that time of year again. The quiet season from Halloween to Valentine's Day, best known as
Christmas. Woo! Yes.
and with that comes the newest Christmas tradition created by the Holiday Channel,
Oh my.
which we all know is not actually the Holiday Channel, but we can't say the real name of it due to us getting sued a whole lot, like an unreasonable amount of being sued.
I will never be the same.
But it's okay. That's why we're getting 2 keys, so we can sell one, which is good because we have smashed together 76 hours of consecutive Christmas movies, and we're going to slather it all over you like a thick holiday paste.
I'm Katie Carter. I'll be portraying Mary, a loyal real estate business person with no time for love.
And I'm Kelby Beeler. I'll be portraying Blake, the rugged owner of Christmas Tree Farm, not only but most handsome.
And this is
The Holiday Channel. Holiday Channel Christmas Movie Wonderful by Don Zoltz.
Yeah, I'm at the farm now. So much trees here. What a waste of space. This will be a perfect place for a golf course once we burn down all these trees. There's so much fresh air here. I can't stand it.
Hi there.
Hold on just a second. There's a really attractive guy coming over here.
Just 1 second.
I'll have to call you back. My name's Mary Bowling. We spoke about the offer on the land over the phone.
Well, nice to meet you, Mary. I'm Blake. And I'm sorry you came all this way for nothing, but this Christmas tree farm has been my family for generations. Well, I can remember when this tree was just this big. Yeah, there's Christmas trees as far as the eye can see. There's another one now.
Yeah, you sure do have a lot of trees.
Maybe you should just go back to the big city with all the other jerks who live there. We don't need your kind here in Hopewood Falls. We're very happy here, even though some of us are single. But I don't have time for love, not anymore.
Right. I'm just here to buy your farm.
How about this? You spend a day with me here in Hopewood Falls, and if you're not enchanted by it, I'll sell it. But if you are, you'll go back to the big city to sell to the jerks who live there.
Sounds like a reasonable way to settle a real estate deal.
Shake on it.
I haven't been ice skating since I was a kid.
Maybe you didn't have time for ice skating in the big city. Here in Hopewood Falls, we have plenty of time for Christmas-themed activities. It's a slow life, and sometimes it hurts.
I always thought I could carry myself on my own because of my super important yet emotionally unsatisfying career in the big city. Me being a low real estate business person. I don't need a man right now. I don't have time for it. Oh my gosh. I can't steer. I think I'm gonna fall. This is totally not a symbolic representation of my life. Whoa! You caught me.
Dang right I did.
I always knew you would.
You know it. You know it.
Okay.
How about we race?
Okay. I'm always fast. I always win.
All right. 3, 2. Hey. Why'd you do that?
What am I doing? I can't get caught up in this right now because of my really super important job as a low real estate business person. I don't have time for a boyfriend right now. Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna fall again.
Again, this is probably a metaphor.
You caught me. Again.
That's 2 in a row for me. 2 in a row for this guy right here. 2 in a row.
I can't do this right now. Being a boyfriend would be too distracting. This is why I became a little real estate business person, because I'm just so independent, and life in the big city is just so tough. So, I need to go give him a check now. And this is how much the company is offering for your farm, and I won't realize this is a wrong decision until I stare aimlessly out a window watching the snow fall. So, okay, bye.
I don't know what just happened. I have a check for a lot of money, but I can't cash it with a heart.
for you.
Well, I'm not hearing. Well, okay, physically I am here, but like mentally, no.
Okay. Well, I've decided that I don't need a career or, or a job or income or a place to live or clothes. But I've got Christmas. So,
And I don't need this check.
oh, well, you might. Okay. That was, there goes the food for the month. Okay. Gas, okay. No, we're stepping on it. That's good. Yep. Get in there. Okay, let's go live our lives in Christmas. See, we forgot like 12 parts.
Don't say it on the camera though.
Right? I think I just leave it on for the
Just
next
leave it
one.
on? Okay.
It was better that very last time when we did it. Like,
Yeah.
T-minus 1 minute. Oh, T-minus 30 seconds.
Okay, do you want to watch together or do you want to hang out out here? I don't think they should. Do you want to watch? You want to what? Okay, when this is over, go sit with your brother.
I can't.
Josiah.
Oh, sorry. I like these chairs. These chairs are pretty good. These chairs are awesome. Like, I could sit in this chair as an office chair.
Maddox, can you control that thing? It
Oh.
needs
Is
that
to
just
be
filming?
recorded.
No, it's. Oh, is it stop? It's recording.
Yeah, it's recording.
Oh, okay.
Judy can crop it.
Yeah. Audience ready?
That's an A.
I didn't even pay attention to where it was at. Ready?
That's better. She's in the middle now and not like half on the side.
You have to keep the door shut, Mikey. Sorry. Audience ready now? Communication between a teenager and their parent is always difficult. But conversations become even harder when you're trying to explain a topic as complex as depression or anxiety to someone who will never understand you. Explaining my depression to my mother by Sabrina Benign. Mom, my depression is a shapeshifter. One day, it is as small as a firefly in the palm of a bear. The next, it is the bear. On those days, I play dead until the bear leaves me alone. I call the bad days the dark days. Mom says, try lighting candles. When I see a candle, I see the flesh of a church, the flicker of a flame, sparks of a memory younger than noon. I am standing beside her open casket. This is the moment I learn every person I ever come to know will someday die. Besides, Mom, I'm not afraid of the dark. Perhaps that's part of the problem. Mom says, I thought the problem was that you can't get out of bed. I can't. Anxiety holds me hostage inside of my house, inside of my head. Mom says, where did anxiety come from? Anxiety is the cousin visiting from out of town depression felt obligated to bring to the party. Mom, I am the party. Only I am a party I don't want to be at. Mom says, why don't you try going to actual parties? See your friends. Sure, I make plans. But I don't want to go. I make plans because I know I should want to go. I know sometimes I would have wanted to go. It's just not that much fun having fun when you don't want to have fun, Mom.
Each night, insomnia sweeps me up in his arms, dips me in the kitchen in the small glow of the stove light. Insomnia has this romantic way of making the moon feel like perfect company. Mom says, try counting sheep, but my mind can only count reasons to stay awake. So I go for walks, but my stuttering kneecaps clank like silver spoons held in strong arms with loose wrists. They ring in my ears like clumsy church bells, reminding me I am sleepwalking on an ocean of happiness I cannot baptize myself in. Mom says, happy is a decision, but my happy is as hollow as a pin-pricked egg. My happy is a high fever that will break. Mom says I am so good at making something out of nothing and then flat out asks me if I am afraid of dying. No, I am afraid of living. Mom, I am lonely. I think I learned that when Dad left, how to turn the anger into lonely, the lonely into busy. So when I tell you that I've been super busy lately, I mean I've been falling asleep on the couch watching Sports Center to avoid confronting the empty side of my bed. But my depression always drags me back to my bed until my bones are the forgotten fossils of a skeleton-sunken city, my mouth a boneyard of teeth broken from biting down on themselves. The hollow auditorium of my chest swoons with echoes of a heartbeat. But I am a careless tourist here. I will never truly know everywhere I have been. Mom still doesn't understand. Mom, can't you see? Neither can I.
Very good.
That was good. You almost made me cry.
I know. I was scared. Hanging out right there.
That was good. I was sitting there like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
I don't know no more.
They already canceled you out. You gotta find Wessel.
Yeah, go talk to Wessel.
I didn't know how to.
Look, I don't have an idea
I
what
thought
it is.
you read the forensics report.
No.
ID 745.
She
Oh.
changed it.
Look, they spelled my name wrong.
Isn't it S-E-A-R-E? It's spelled my name wrong.
That's nice.
I don't find it.
I'm like, sit back down.
Now I'm gonna love birds.
You know I have to watch the Honors Boys.
Well, I'm not
I already
turning it
watched
on.
it on, and now I gotta watch the Boys.
Why does mine have a smiley face on it? Hmm? Who put it on there? Oh. I didn't say that. Okay. No, it wasn't.
Oh, well, that's.
I'm not buying anything.
Actually, I think there is one over there.
You see if I saved this one chair in my
It's just like I can see it, but I can't reach it.
deal. My office chair sucks. I gotta get a different one.
Or maybe not. Maybe it's just this, maybe.
I thought there was one over there. The thing's still videoing, so.
Oh well.
He's gonna be like, what the heck?
The camera's still recording too. They just left it on and it's recording.
I mean, it's just not. I keep having to scoop myself up.
You'll either cut it up or
Really
just
annoying.
leave it.
It's either you're getting recordings in here or out there in the hallway because there's cameras in the hallway too.
Yeah, true.
They even put a camera back there by where I park at. I'm like, okay. So now you guys get to see how many cigarette breaks I take because cooking is stressful. Just saying.
You guys see me up there?
Whatever you gotta blame it on, that's all I gotta tell you.
Yep. I blame it on these children.
Oh. I'm not a child.
How
dare you leave that on the recording? Mom. No, it's already. Make sure it's still where it needs to be.
It is perfect.
Audience ready? Here, bullet. If a body is what you want, then here's bone and gristle and flesh. Here's the clavicle snapped wish. Here's the adrenal rush you crave. That insane puncture into heat and blood. And I dare you to finish what you've started. Because here, bullet. Here is where I complete the world you bring, hissing through the air. Here is where I moan the barrel's cold esophagus, triggering my tongue's explosives for the rifling I have inside of me. Each twist of the round spun deeper, because here, bullet. Here is where the world ends, every time. Brian Turner was an infantry team leader in Iraq. This story poet gives us haunting images from his first-hand encounters in the Iraq War. This is selections from Here Bullet by Brian Turner. It begins simply with a fist, white-knuckled, tight and glossy with sweat, with two eyes in a rearview mirror, watching for a convoy. The radio, a soundtrack that adrenaline has pushed into silence, replacing it with a heartbeat. His thumb, trembling over the button. A flight of gold, that's what Stefan thinks. See the lights in Miami. Draws in the smoke and waits for his taxi at the traffic circle. He thinks of summer, 1974, lifting pitchforks of grain higher in the air. The slow drift of it, like the fall of Shrampa's hair. And although it was decades ago, he still loves her. Remembers her standing at the canebrake where the buffalo cooled shoulder deep in the water, pleased with the orange cups of flour he had brought her. And he regrets how so much can go wrong in a life, how easily the years slip by, light as grain. Bright, the street's concussion of metal shrapnel traveling at the speed of sound to open him up in blood and shock. A man whose last thoughts are of love and wreckage, with no one there to whisper him gone. Nothing but hurt left here. Nothing but bullets and pain and the blood out slumping and Jesus Christ of the wounded. Nothing left here but the hurt. Sergeant Ledoux, the National Guard, speaks, but cannot hear the words coming out, and it's just as well as eardrums ruptured. Because it lends the world a certain calm. Though the traffic circle is filled with people running in a panic, their legs will blur like horses in a carousel. Turning and turning. The way the tires spin on the Humvee flipped onto its side, the gunner's hatch. He was thrown from a mystery to him now. A dark hole in metal, the color of sand. And if he could, he would crawl back inside of it, and though his fingertips scratched at the asphalt, he hasn't the strength to move. Shrapnel is torn into his ribcage, and he'll bleed to death in minutes. But he finds himself surrounded by a strange beauty, the shine of light on the broken. One's hand touching his face, tenderly, the way his wife might. Amazed to find the wedding ring on his crushed hand, the bright gold sinking in flesh, going to bone. Rash passes the bridal shop with Cephala beside him. And just before the air buckles and breaks, he glimpses at the sidewalk reflections in the storefront glass. Men and women walking and talking, or not, just an instance of clarity. Just before each of them shatters under the detonation's wave. Believe it when you see it. Believe it when a 12-year-old boy rolls a grenade into the room or when a sniper punches a hole deep into someone's skull. The civil affairs officer, Lieutenant Jackson, stares at his missing hands, which make no sense to him. No sense at all. For we have these absurd stumps held in the air, where just a moment before he had blown bubbles out the Humvee window. Holding the bottle with his right hand, left hand dipping the plastic ring soap, filling the air behind them with floating spears, like oxygen trails of deep ocean divers. Something for the children. Something beautiful. Translucent globes with their iridescent skins, drifting on the vehicle's exhaust in the breeze. That kind of hope. Small globes which may have astonished someone on the sidewalk 7 minutes before Lieutenant Jackson blacks out from blood loss and shock, with no one there to bandage the wounds that would carry him home. Nearby, an old woman cradles her grandson, whispering, rocking him on her knees as though singing to him, sleep. Her hands wet with blood, her black dress soaked in as her legs give out, she buckles with him to the ground. If you had asked her 40 years earlier if she could see herself, an old woman begging by the roadside for money, here at the market, with a bomb exploding, among all these people, she'd have said, to have your heart broken one last time before dying, to kiss a child given sight of a life he could never live. It's impossible. This isn't the way we die. And the man who triggered the button, or who may have invoked the prophet's name, or not, he's obliterated at the epicenter. He is everywhere. He's of all things. His touch is the air taken in, the blast and the wave, the electricity of shock. His is the sound the heart makes quick in the pranic's rush, the surge of blood searching for light and color. His soul is made of inshallah. Believe it when 4 men step from a taxi cab in Mosul to shower the street in brass and fire. Open the hurt locker and see what there is of knives and teeth. Open the hurt locker and learn how rough men come hunting for souls. Thank you.
Why? It's my senior year. I was in this room 3 hours of the day.
For what class?
Just FACS. I don't know. Because I didn't have to, all I needed was government and English. My senior year, just to graduate. So I was in here 3 of the hours because I didn't need any other classes.
Oh, mechanics, you just shop 3 hours a day. Like, or 4, I don't know, pretty sure it's 4. Oh, if I'm sure it's up. I should have recorded that. That would be fun.
It's good. They're good. I didn't realize Katie was, she's so quiet. Otherwise, we're sure to talk about it. You're supposed to be in charge of the iPad.
It's just rolling.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys gonna watch it now?
Oh, really?
It's just
I
rolling.
guess.
Well, no, I'll do my informative. Okay, is the regular people I usually have? That's fine, right? Am I in front of the mic thingy?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, my name is Siri, and this is how my mom found I've come dystrophy. No teachers had ever said anything about me needing glasses. There was no squinting or any other concerns. It was my mom's annual eye appointment. She knew something was off. She just didn't know quite what was off. And they did a bunch of testing. I went to some specialists, and they diagnosed me with cone dystrophy. When it comes to vision, most people take theirs for granted. As with cone dystrophy, seeing the world clearly is a blurry challenge. In this speech, I'll be talking about what is cone dystrophy, what are 2 types of cone dystrophy, some tools and the disadvantages of the tools, and some personal stories I have. So, what is cone dystrophy? Cone dystrophy is a rare eye disorder that affects the retina and the cone cells, which that is used for seeing color and seeing sharpness. My mom gets asked the question all the time, what can she see? And all my mom says is she can see blurry. You can also think of your eye as a camera. In the back of the camera, there are light catchers. In the back of your eye, there are cone cells, which obviously, like I said before, is used for seeing color and seeing sharpness. So, now, let's talk about the 2 types of cone dystrophy. There is secondary and progressive. Secondary is when you get it at birth and it stables over time. So most people that have secondary cone dystrophy don't even realize they have it because it just stables and that's what they think everyone sees. But what I have is progressive, which it progressively gets worse. You usually get it mid-childhood, which that's when I got mine, and it just progressively gets worse. But I could be colorblind by the time I'm 30, and it's hereditary, so thanks, Mom. Some tools I use are magnifying glass, like a lot of electronics like my computer or iPads or phones, so I could take a picture and zoom it in. And some teachers are nice enough that they make the font bigger on some of my papers. The disadvantages of them is with my magnifying glass, sometimes it just is way too big and then my focus gets unclear. So I have to stop and look away, so it takes me longer to do most of my assignments, especially when it's on paper. And then with the paper side of it, some teachers just make the paper bigger. They don't really make the font size bigger, which doesn't really help. And then with electronics, my eyes get sensitive to sunlight, especially when I look really close, so I could see the stuff on the computers. So it just gets all blurry and my eyes start getting bothered. Some personal stories I have are, for example, right now the audience is really blurry, and when I get about right here, their facial structures get a little easier to see. And I do a lot of sports, so obviously I probably get hit in the face a lot, which I do, especially in volleyball and basketball, because my vision just doesn't catch it fast enough for me to either block it away or catch it, so I just get hit in the face. And then this year I was in the school play, and I went from a really light stage to a dark audience, and I have to run off stage, so I end up just running into the camera because I couldn't see it, because no one had told me ahead of time that it was going to be there, and I just couldn't see it fast and like see it at all. It was all dark. So in this speech I talked about what is cone dystrophy, what are the two types of cone dystrophy, tools I use and their disadvantages, and personal stories I have. Thank you.
Hello, mother. That's so convenient. That's great.
We could just stay in here because the Tiffany and Siri are doing their IDA after Christian and Tanner.
So there's two more, and just gonna stay in here because others are in here.
But anyways, like for the back.
Leave the intros on.
Chair on this side because the camera is still recording and it's facing over there.
It's facing that way?
Yeah, they stand kind of over towards the table, I guess.
So he found his phone. You haven't lost it again, have you? Awesome.
Oh, no, meow.
I asked him that day, I'm like, did you look at the couch cushions up in the art room? We had a kid that researched for 4 days.
Oh, no.
And that stupid phone was still in the bag. and the couch cushions in the arbor.
Sounds about right.
I could have strangled him. He was literally looking in every spare minute.
Oh, it was your kid?
No.
Oh.
Not biologically.
One of your kids,
He's one of
gotcha.
my kids, yes. Every spare minute for 4 days, I have looked for that phone. But it was actually turned off like it was supposed to be, so we couldn't ping it.
Following the rules, still can't find the phone.
Yes.
It's okay, we can. It'll buff. Hold on. Yeah, we can sit on it.
Well, you can't.
Maybe
Scrawny
turn it the other way.
No,
So it's not.
turn it this way.
It's fine. Okay, I think we're.
Wait.
Oh, the rolling chairs. No, no. I don't know if that's gonna be on
I
a
think
swivel
it's
chair.
already recording, but you'll have to turn it.
That's fine. It'll buff.
It'll buff.
Okay.
Now you're not in it because
I
I moved it.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, you'll have to.
Just kind of put it, just kind of center the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Audience ready? Hold on.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Beep, boop, boop, boop. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
Hey, it's Bob.
Oh, hi.
Remember me?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I was thinking we can go on a second date.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Okay, so what about Saturday?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, at 7?
Yeah?
I'll pick you up.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. What happens when a mad scientist and a nurse meet on a dating website and think they're the perfect match?
And this is Out of This World.
Hi, I'm Dakota Klein, and I will be portraying the nurse.
Hi, I'm Siri, and I will be betraying the mad scientist. And this is Out of This World. I messed it up. Oh, hey!
Hi.
Okay, yeah, I think that's good right there. Okay, so are you ready?
Yeah,
Okay, let's go.
let's go. Where's your vehicle?
Hold on, give me a second. There it is.
Whoa. Wait,
I'll hold this now.
a spaceship? Where
Yeah.
where are we going?
We are going to steal the moon!
Moon.
Yeah, so we're going on.
You know, when they say I love you to the moon and back, I didn't think that was actually true.
Yeah, so, anyways, yeah, so you ready to go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Put your seatbelts on.
You know, I've never flown before. Will you hold my hand?
Okay, we're going. Urge. Finally. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll open the door for you, I guess.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Whoa.
I know.
I've never
It's
been
cool.
to the moon before.
Okay, yeah, let's sit.
Yeah, except our table is kind of trying
Just hold it
to
down.
run away.
Just hold it down. It's okay. Yeah. So, anyways. Okay, I give up. We should just sit on it at this point.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. Anyways, so how's life?
It's been so stressful recently. There's been so many cases in the hospital of COVID-69. I mean, I just don't know anymore.
Oh, wow. That sucks, I guess.
Yeah. How's it been for you?
Yeah, I'm definitely a mad scientist. Like, that's what it says on the dating website. So,
Yeah.
anyways. This is a little awkward.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I need to tell you something.
Yeah?
I don't really like you anymore. Or I never really did.
Okay.
Because I like your dad.
What? My dad.
Yeah, I've been talking to your dad for, like, a year now.
What?
I'm
That's
pregnant.
longer than you've known. What?
So, like, yeah, he's out of this world.
Okay.
So like, I think I might propose to him.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Cause he got me pregnant. Anyways, so
Okay.
like, I'm gonna go cause you're low-key boring and I love your dad. Bye-bye.
Wait, you can't. I don't know how to get back home. You know, nursing school doesn't set you up to leave the moon on your own. Thank you. We're so funny, Mom.
I don't even know.
You are funny. Good job, girls. That was hilarious. That's so confusing. So many levels.
Oh, I've never imagined that she would be able to come up with something like on the fly like that ever. Me? No.
I would probably laugh, so
Yeah.
not be able to keep a straight face when I'm
Right.
saying I love your dad because he got me pregnant.
You're technically now we're supposed to be. We just went.
No, we had to switch. Oh, yeah, okay.
We just went up.
Should this be the dry ocean? Hey, I think the brakes. It has wheels.
Shut up. Thank you.
It has wheels.
Thank you.
Please keep your comments to a minimum until the end of the performance.
It has wheels.
Yeah.
Back to the audience.
Cody! What? I'm Cody. What are you doing? I'm fishing. What are you doing? Well, I was just out there surfing. The next thing I know, I'm in the desert. Why are you trying to fish in the desert? This is where the big fish are. My Uncle Joe said this is where they all are. In the desert? Yeah. No water there. He said he caught a 30-pound bass. State record. Have you caught anything? Not yet. It's a little sticks though. Keep going with it.
Well, maybe if you fish in water, you catch a little bit more.
Nah. Oh. We're doing introduction.
I'm Tanner Todd. I'll be portraying the surfer.
I'll be Christian Garcia. I am Christian Garcia. I'm portraying the professional fisherman.
And we are in the desert. We're getting your first place prize, and this is surf
So.
sub.
Alright.
Well, maybe if you do your bait in the water instead of on the sand, you might catch some fish.
But the sand are where the fish are. Like I said, my Uncle Joe said that's where the big fish are.
Dude, I think you're crazy.
I'm not crazy, you're crazy.
I'm not the one with the fishing pole in the desert.
Alright, let me do this. How much you bet I'm gonna get this one?
I bet you $1,000 that you won't make it.
Shake on it. Huh, tip, tip. Alright. Oh. That one pretty good. Yeah, give some, keep it.
Oh! I got something! Pick me up, help!
It's a 50-pound bass! Take a look at it.
That's a camel.
The same thing,
No. There's someone on top of it.
Bonjour to you too, sir. So, you think we're gonna get state record for this one?
No, it's a camel.
Don't matter. It's a bass to me. It's a bass to my Uncle Joe too. So,
Is your Uncle Joe here?
it's on my back there. I left him. He said he's gonna look for water or something like that. I don't know.
Dude, you're crazy.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy.